Hello, I'm Melanie Beach from the Salon Expert Accountant, and this video is all about VAT and really when to go VAT registered, which VAT scheme might be best for you. And so if you're getting close to the VAT threshold and you're starting to freak out, then this is the video just for you. And one of the unique challenges in the hair and beauty industry when you go VAT registered is that none of your clients are going to be VAT registered. So you either have to become 20% more expensive or you have to swallow the 20% and in effect take a pay cut. So let's see in this video if we can give you some hints and tips to make this easier. So first of all, when should you go VAT registered? So HMRC say that as soon as you hit 90,000 turnover, so that's how much money you take, in any 12-month period, you need to go VAT registered. So when we say 12-month period, we're not talking about your financial year and we're not talking about the tax year. It's any rolling 12 months. So when you know that your takings are getting to around the 7,000, 7,500 every month, you need to be looking each month and adding up the previous 12 months. And like I say, it's a rolling 12 month. And at any point you hit 90,000, HMRC say that you should register for VAT. Now, one of the questions that comes up a lot is, well, what about stylists or beauticians or aesthetic clinics that maybe are around the 90,000, they're really not going to go much above the 90,000. What's the best thing to do? So between the 90,000 and the 120,000, we call that the danger zone. Because if you don't put your prices up 20%, which as we've said is very difficult for the hair and beauty industry to just put up their prices 20%. If you don't do that, you are going to take a pay cut ultimately. Once you get over the 120,000, then it's not going to feel like a pay cut. And actually, you've broken that ceiling and you can continue to grow without worrying because you've got enough income coming in, you're generating enough income to cover VAT. However, if you believe that you are going to stay well below the 120,000, and it's very unlikely that you're ever going to go over that, then realistically, you're taking a pay cut. So it would 9 times out of 10 be better to stay below the 90,000 so you don't have to go VAT registered. But you really should get advice from an accountant on that because every situation is slightly different and it can depend on if you've got other businesses, things like that. So just a little warning with that one to do get professional advice for this. And from an accountant who specialises in the hair and beauty industry, we would always recommend. So if at this point you believe actually I am going to be able to get over the 120,000 mark, so I am going to want to go VAT registered, I am going to have to go VAT registered at some point in the near future, then you might start asking, well, I've heard about different VAT schemes, which one's the right one for me? With the flat rate VAT scheme, HMRC designed this scheme to simplify VAT for business owners. So you charge VAT like normal at 20% on top of your services, but you only pay a fixed percentage, around 13%, to HMRC. But you don't claim back VAT on most items. If you buy something big over £2,000, then yes, you can claim the VAT back, but anything under £2,000, you don't claim the VAT back. And this is a simple way. So the bookkeeping is much more simple. You don't have to keep VAT receipts, things like that. But it's only for people whose turnover is going to be below 150,000. So it's for the smaller salons that really aren't going to grow much bigger. But it can actually save some salons money by sticking to the flat rate scheme. Then we have the standard VAT scheme. So this is where you charge 20% on the services and goods that you sell, but you equally reclaim VAT on any expenses that you pay for, any products that you buy. If there's VAT, you claim it back, which can, if you've got a lot of expenses from people that are VAT registered, this can be a better scheme. So there isn't really an answer for me to say to people, this is the best scheme overall, because it really does depend on your situation. For example, one of the things I would be looking at when I compare the two schemes for a client is, do they pay VAT on their rent? Because that's probably one of your biggest expenses. Do you pay VAT on any other services on a regular basis that are quite expensive? If the answer is no, then quite often the flat rate scheme can be best. But again, there's no straightforward answer, and you need to get advice from an accountant who understands both schemes and understands the hair and beauty industry. By working with a specialist accountant, we know quite often straight away which scheme is going to be best for you, purely based on experience, because I've done these calculations for so many clients. So really do get advice on this, but this is just giving you an overview of the two different schemes and what might be best for you. However, the most important thing is that you keep an eye on your VAT threshold, and when you know you're getting close to it, by all means contact me via my website, www.salonexpertaccountants.co.uk, and you can book a discovery call with me in the top right corner, and I'm really happy to discuss that with you. So if you have any questions about this video, please do email me. It's hello@thesalonexpertaccountants.co.uk or via my website.